What's something that you're aware of, but the majority of people just aren't ready to hear?
Okay, hear me out. If you have a kid and you laid up and had that kid, you adopted that kid, whatever the situation may be, it is your responsibility to take care of them. They should not be paying you nothing to live in your house. They should not be having to listen to you threaten them. Oh, I brought you in this world, I can take you out. Do it. Because what most of y'all don't realize at the end of the day is that half of y'all's kids, when you treat them that way, don't want to be here anyways. Y'all really need to stop and think about this shit. Like, nobody asked us when we came out the womb if we agreed to all of these motherfucking terms. Nobody had us sign a waiver. So you seriously think that you laid up and had the kid, you did the do with whoever, and that's their fault for coming into this world? No, baby. No. It's yours. It is your fucking fault. Take care of your motherfucking kids. Stop being mean to them, baby.
Majority of people just aren't ready to hear.
Like I said, it don't matter if you think, believe, or can prove that Jesus was the devil. You still have to deal with the phenomenon of the chrism, which exists symbolically in his life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please research Santos Bonacci chrism. The end game from that is to open your pineal gland and extend your lifespan. So telling people that Jesus was the devil, you're hustling backwards. You're trying to create separation. Your feelings were hurt and you wanted to be right. Being right isn't always right. You hurting feelings making the journey longer for all of us in the end. Come on. Obviously, there's entities that want to control our life and you helping them by creating more separation. You're bugging. The elites want to merge our consciousness with technology so that we can live for eternity and that they can keep harvesting our energy for that long. The elites have treaties with negative ETs that allowed them to use ET technology in exchange for human harvesting. There's an all-out war against indigenous cultures and people because we possess the keys that could potentially free everybody. What are those keys? I don't know. Knowing how to live in peace with the planet.
What's something that you're aware of, but the majority of people just aren't ready to hear?
Grades don't get you jobs. Networking does. Here's exactly how you do it. Step 1, type your school into the LinkedIn search box, followed by your major. Step 2, tap people, then companies to the right. Finally, choose the companies you've always dreamed of working at. Now you're seeing hundreds of decision makers working at the biggest companies in the world from your school. And I'm covering word for word what you need to say to land the job, so follow for part 2.
What's something that you're aware of, but the majority of people just aren't ready to hear?
You know how they say when you die, your whole life flashes before your eyes? Well, they say when you going through your life, you really living it at the same pace you was at first. Meaning everything ain't sped up in just one big flash. Like you are slowly, like regularly living through it all over again. So you really could be dead right now and not even know it until it's the end of your life again.
What's something that you're aware of, but the majority of people just aren't ready to hear?
That if you want to fast track your progress and your success in life, you got to stop hiding behind the screen. So I listen to a ton of podcasts and interviews throughout the week, probably more than I listen to music. And one consistent theme that I've noticed in every single interview or podcast that I listen to is that the successful person, when they were elevated to a certain level in their career or in their life was taken to the next level because of someone that they met in person. Instagram DMs, TikTok DMs, all that stuff is great for people that you cannot reach across the world. You know, I think it's a very resourceful tool. But the connections will be deeper, longer lasting, and they will probably benefit you more if you make connections in person. Even if you just take your laptop and go work at a coffee shop instead of behind your desk at home. Step outside of your door and make something happen. Go work somewhere else, because even though nothing's going to happen every single time that you go out in public, you at least increasing your chances of meeting someone that can change your life professionally.
What's something that you're aware of, but the majority of people just aren't ready to hear?
Yeah, coming in clutch with the part 2 for me too, man. Okay, so my theory is we are all spirits. We are all spirits on a journey. We all have a purpose, and it's your job to figure out what your purpose is, period. You have a spirit, so this is just our fucking flesh. Spirituality and religion go hand in hand, but religion was created to turn people who don't believe in it the opposite way so that people are hating each other. That's what we have to be separated, or else the government isn't going to be able to work the way that it's needed to work. So they need people pushing religion down people's throat when they got spirituality over here like na, and the non-believers like meh, 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 meh. When it all goes hand in fucking hand. Now that big book, I think it's been shaped, rewritten, we all know that, but I feel like the messages behind it go hand in hand with spirituality, and it's your job to interpret it the right way to be able to excel. It's a tool.
Something that you're aware of, but the majority of people just aren't ready.
Astrology is real, moon phases affect you, astral projecting is real, shifting is real, manifestation is real, telepathy is real, psychics are real, spirit guides are real, shadow people are real.
What's something that you're aware of, but the majority of people just aren't ready to hear?
America's military preys on minors using propaganda in order to enforce authoritarian views which keep the working class down. Hold your horses, Tyler, I'm not done yet. Notice how I didn't say anything about veterans in that. That doesn't change the fact that over half of the enlisted military members in the United States are under the age of 25. Most of them join before the age of 20. This is usually when people have to start making hard decisions about health insurance and schooling, many of which are not afforded to the average US citizen. The military preys on this. So do police forces, with over 20% of them being veterans. I personally don't think that a lot of Americans really give a fuck what happens with our military, but considering that over half of our taxes go to the military and that pulling out of Afghanistan did shit all, I really think that instead of supporting the troops, maybe we should start supporting kids before they have to be troops, instead of sending recruiters to high schools and kids into wars they can't win.
What's something that you're aware of, but the majority of people just aren't ready to hear?
Most jobs today are modern day slavery. How do you know your job is slavery? If you want to do it for free. The elites are on a whole different level. You got to understand. They saw that, okay, we can't do slavery because it's too obvious. It's too blatantly obvious. It's right in their face. It's clearly wrong. But if we actually make every race work for us for as minimal payment as possible, we can still profit off it like it's slavery. They got us. They tricked us. We cannot not go to work or not pay our bills or we will literally die. And it's all made up. It's all a made up system. Time is the most valuable thing we have, yet we spend it at jobs we hate so we can get more money to live, to continue to do the jobs we hate. Capitalism is going to be the death of us, I'm telling you. We got to wake up.
What's something that you're aware of, but the majority of people just aren't ready to hear?
The average computer science major graduates with an average salary of almost $100,000 just after 4 years of having a degree. But what happens if you're too late to still get one? That's when people turn to coding bootcamps. Coding bootcamps get almost 90% of people into tech jobs, and here's how to get one for free. Search up App Academy Open, click on this link, and then click on this free plan that you can get. And now you not only have a whole course curriculum from the #1 bootcamp in the United States, all for free online, you also get free lecture videos and a whole community to help you. It's an amazing resource and I highly recommend rather than paying $13,000 for a bootcamp, in which you can just get for free online with appacademy.io. Make sure to check it out with the link in my bio. And follow me for more tech advice.